Greetings and welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I got some special for you. This is a Templar build. What kind of Templar build is it? It's a passive healing build. Lots of passive healing. Self-healing mostly, but you're also a decent group healer. But what this is meant to do is basically just counter the current meta that is dominated by DKs and werewolves. So if you're struggling just withstanding the sheer amount of damage that's coming out of those, this might be the build for you. So let's go over it here. What is this? Let's look at the stats. So we got 25k magicka, we got 37k health, and we got roughly 20k stamina. Not too shabby. The recoveries are not too terribly high. They, of course, will go up in Cyrodiil when you drink a potion, when you take a resource or a keep. And, of course, through the CP, you're going to get a little bit. Overall, you are fine sustain-wise because you can utilize heavy attacks on this build because you are very tanky. You get a lot of healing. So you can just rip a heavy attack every once in a while to kind of manage your stats a little bit. So unless you're being like pressured super hard where you can't find the 2 seconds to do a heavy attack, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, really. The spell damage here, let's look at it. How high can we push it? 6.4k, and then with the enchant on the back bar and the Cyrodiil bonus, you'd be pushing over 7k, so decent amount of damage there. Not a lot of crit here. Penetration also not super high because this is mostly a healing build, not so much damage. You can still deal quite a lot of damage for how tanky you are. But yeah, that's not the focus of this. Then, of course, the resistances will go up by quite a bit. Fully buffed here, we're reaching 31k, almost 32k. And then after a short time, it goes back down to 29k. So let's say around the 30k mark, so fairly tanky. Critical resistance 2300 here, not too shabby. We are using the Lover Mundus. You can use, if you want more healing, you can go with the Healing Mundus or potentially push more health or whatever you want, or maybe you want to invest in more sustain. I have a Lover Mundus in here just so I can have a little bit extra damage on this build. But yeah, if you just fully want to focus on healing, I recommend just going with the healing Mundus. Bewitched Sugar Skulls, my food of choice here, but of course, again, if you want to build more sustain, you could by putting the appropriate sustain foods on. Vampire Stage 1, not needed. I'm always a vampire on all my builds, so you don't have to copy that. You're not really using any vampire abilities, so if you don't want to be a vampire, just don't be a vampire. That's pretty much it on the stats side. Let's look at the gear. So what are we running? We're running Mara's Bomb on the body. We are running his sap on the jewelry and the weapons, and then we're running Bogdan, the Night Flame, as our monster set. Another monster set that works well is Chokethorn, which I have used in the very beginning as I made this build. But a good friend said, you should probably go for Bogdan, because Bogdan can't be interrupted, it can't be killed or anything. So it's just more consistent. So I put Bogdan on, and Bogdan, it does a good amount of damage. Like if you look at the tooltip, it doesn't say like, oh, it's healing you for a lot, but it's very consistent, it's very easy, and you don't really have to think about it. So that's where the major value of this set comes in. It's like how easy it is to just get it and be in it. 6 seconds uptime, 10-second cooldown, so you have like 4 seconds of downtime, and then it just pops back up, and it does a lot of work for you, and it kind of fits into the philosophy of this build very much. Right, and then of course Mara's Bomb, everybody knows it. When you have a negative effect on you, or like is removed on you, you restore some health. And if you have 6 or more negative effects, and it will automatically remove them and basically heal you for like 1300 for every effect removed, and this can happen every half a minute. And that's going to give you a big heal. Now, we're running Mara on both bars, which normally you would run Mara on one bar. And if you really wanted to, you could potentially do it. I wouldn't recommend it on this build. The idea is that you have all the sets on at all times, so you don't have, it doesn't matter which bar you're on. They're just on and they're always working. So, but normally if you had Mara on the back bar, the negative effects would kind of stack up on the front bar, and then the second you switch to the back bar, Mara would cash them all in and give you a giant heal. you're still going to get giant heals out of this because, you know, like in the 30 seconds of cooldown that this set has, you can still build up quite a lot of negative effects. And then once the cooldown's up, Mara's going to cash them in and give you a big heal. And that's really going to help you when you're being pressured a lot. This thing comes in, gives you a free heal, and there's no cap on it. So the more negative effects you have, the bigger the heal is going to be, and you can pretty much get healed for like your entire health bar from Mara if you have enough effects on. So that's what Mara is for. And then of course his sap, old set that I really like to use, and I wanted to use it for a long time because I miss it. It's really good. After being hit by a disabling effect, which is like all kinds of stuff, like immobilization, snare, you know, stuff like that. And you're going to have that on all the time when you're fighting. This thing will just heal you for 2.5k every second for 5 seconds. There's no cooldown on it. It can refresh. Every time you get hit by a new disabling effect, it will refresh. So this is going to be up all the time, 100% of the time while you're fighting. Super easy. You don't have to think about it. It just happens. And as I said, that's the design of the build. You don't have to think about it. Your Mara, always there. Bogdan, always there. His sap, always there. You don't have to think about it. You just do your thing, and those sets will just take care of a lot of healing on your part. So yeah, great set. And overall, not bad. Max health, weapon spell damage, and some max magicka. Pretty nice. This one gives you some max magicka, also pretty nice. And then Mara's Bomb, not the greatest passes. A little bit of armor helps here. Critical resistance, not that important. And then some healing taken. Yeah, not bad, but 4% doesn't really make or break the build anyway. When it comes to traits, I'd recommend everything impan if you can. I have one sturdy here, one well fitted. It's not bad. I haven't changed those traits, but they're not bad. You know, sprint and roll dodge cost reduction and some block cost reduction. Honestly, it makes sense. So I wouldn't fret it if you have any of these. Other than that, full impan I think makes sense here. On the jewelry, infused with weapon damage and chance, of course, we just want to push the damage and the healing. Of course, we're benefiting from the all the weapon spell damage that we have by just getting better and bigger heals. And then I have a Nirnhoned sword here because, like I said, this thing is not really for fighting too much. It's more for healing. So having a Nirnhoned on the front bar is just it just means your heals are gonna be stronger. Even the heals you cast on the back bar, the second you swap to the front bar and the Nirnhoned becomes active here, it will still benefit you. It will still buff your already ticking heals. So Nirnhoned here for me, and then infused on the back bar. I got weapon spell damage and chance on both of them. You can go with like whatever on the front bar. I want to keep this up because, you know, just have more consistent damage enchant uptimes, so I don't have to like always be on the back bar. But like I said, you do whatever you feel like it. So yeah, that's pretty much the sets. Let's move on to the skills. So on the front bar, Purifying Light. This is, you know, your kind of bread and butter burst damage tool that you have on the Templar. You put that on, then you damage the target, and then it will store the damage, and then after a couple seconds, it will explode, or however much damage it has stored. And that really helps you burst people down. Now, of course, this is not a super offensive build. So why we're using this? Well, when this thing drops, after it's done, it drops into the ground and it heals people in the area. So you get more healing out of it. You can use this offensively, but then once it drops on the ground, you have 10 seconds of AoE heals for you and your allies. So that just ties right in with the build. Next one, Living Dark. You just put a bubble around you that will basically just heal you every time you get hit. So yeah, very nice, kind of like supporty healing bubble build or healing bubble skill. Yeah, nothing more to say about it really. Then we got Biting Jabs, of course. That's the stamina version here. You can jab a lot on this build, even though our recoveries are not too great. You can still jab a ton, and they will still hurt people. And this is also your source of major brutality. So you kind of want to make sure you know, every couple of seconds you just throw in a jab just to keep the major brutality up. And It will snare people, which can help, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just for a little bit of damage if you choose to, do some damage to people. Then we got the gap closer. It will stun too, will interrupt people, and you get major protection from this one. So make sure you use this every you know, technically every 7 seconds you want to kind of do this, which, makes sense because every 7 seconds, that means if you stun someone with this and they break free after 7 seconds, their CC immunity is going to be gone, and then you can hit them again, stun them again, which, makes sense to set up a burst combo or just to kind of run them out of stamina when they have to break free a lot. And this keeps your major protection up. Helps you get into fights too. If you see people fighting, you want to support that. You can just, of course, use that to just get into that pile quicker. And as soon as you arrive, you put down your heals. Next one is Race Against Time. This is just your movement speed buff, really. You're getting critical damage out of this too, which helps you. It's not super important here, but the snare removal and the move speed I found is super, super nice to have when you have a lot of people on you and they're throwing out a lot of snares, a lot of roots and stuff like that. Using this will just cleanse them off of you, and then you can just move around quicker. And just being able to move and not be like locked down constantly when you're 1vxing, it's a huge advantage. So that's why we're having this. And just in general, just being able to put a little movement speed on you, because Templars are a little slow on their own. Very nice. Next one, Everlasting Sweep. What can I say? It sweeps and it lasts forever. It is what it is. It's also very cheap. So this is a good ultimate in my opinion, and I kind of prefer this over Dawnbreaker, and I prefer this over Onslaught because this lasts for at least 10 seconds. Even if you hit no one with it, it lasts for 10 seconds. Which means if you miss, this thing is still useful because you can still catch up to your target, and you're still going to be pulsing damage every 2 seconds. So even if you miss the initial hit, you're still going to get something out of this. Whereas if you miss your Dawnbreaker or you miss your Onslaught, that's it. They're just gone, and they cost more too. So the cheapness here, the strength, and the fact that it's very forgiving, as in, if you miss it on a target, you can still benefit from it for the entire duration. That's why I'm choosing this one here. This is just a very nice ultimate. All right, on the back bar, Healing Burst. This is your burst healing. Healing Burst is your burst healing. Who would have thought? Yeah, I prefer this one over any Templar heals, to be honest, because it just allows you to kind of get more of the stuff that you want and have a more reliable heal. Because this will always heal you, and it will heal others too. Whereas some of the Templar skills can potentially not heal you and will heal others, and then you're not going to get the heal. So this thing heals for a lot. So I put the heal on. I put the Templar class mastery thingy on here. That gives you armor and extra weapon spell damage, and then basically increase the values by 50% when you're standing in your sacred ground, or when sacred ground's active on you. So really nice here. And then minor courage for a little extra weapon spell damage, because Templar does have an easy time stacking spell damage. So that just makes sense to me. On a build like this that's more tanky, more healing focused, uh, you still have a very easy time stacking quite a lot of spell damage, which really benefits you in terms of healing and also in terms of dealing damage. Next one, Extended Ritual. I just put a big AoE circle on the ground that will heal, and it will cleanse 5 harmful effects, and allies can use the Purify synergy, which will help them cleanse stuff off and get a little burst heal. So very nice for you, just like provide some some heal over time. And then when people are getting hit by something that they really, that really hurts them, like maybe they get oiled or something, they can just pop the synergy here, remove the oil from them, and heal them back up. Really nice for healing others, but also really nice for you just standing in this area will just provide a lot of healing for you. Next one, Resolving Vigor. Really good heal over time, very strong. Gives you the minor resolve too, which is needed on a build like this where we try to be tanky. And yeah, just that's it. Solar Barrage. a thing that I always like to use, you don't have to. I can see why people might not want to use this. It provides a little bit of AoE damage around you, kind of pulses, and kind of goes well with the everlasting sweep because this thing is going to pulse every 2 seconds. This thing's going to pulse every 2 seconds. So you're just doing a little bit of extra damage around you, even when you're basically healing. You can still have some AoE pulse damage around you. But the main thing is your class abilities do 5% more damage. So that's just, a little extra thing that we can do here to, just up our damage a little bit on a build that is fairly tanky. Next one, restoring focus. That's the stamina one. That one will give you the major resolve. It will recover some stamina, which is great. That's why I said you can jab a lot on this thing. Even though the recoveries don't look that high, they will go up a little bit more, and this also provides a good amount of stamina recovery, allowing you to just keep the jabs up if you want to. And of course, while you're standing in it, you're getting a lot of heals, which just synergizes well. You're getting a lot of heals from here, you're getting a lot of heals from here, and then your sets come in, and it just provides a lot of passive healing that you can just sit in and just out heal all the damage that's coming in. And then for the ultimate, we got practiced incantation. This is your prayer skill where you start praying to the god of healing, and the god of healing will provide you with a lot of healing. This is very, very nice for, I mean, for yourself when you're getting jumped, but also just sitting in a group when they're being pressured, just popping this thing. It allows them to just basically not have to worry too much about their survival, and they can kind of push. So this is a good tool for when a group's pushing. You provide that as a heal for them to make sure that they can focus on doing damage. Really nice. Also fairly cheap, and with how Templar class masteries work, you get a lot of ultimate. So this thing is up all the time, really. We're not even built for really like optimizing for ultimate usage here, but this is like you can easily use this, and by the time this ends, you have enough ultimate to hit people with an everlasting sweep. Or if you just wait just a couple more seconds, this thing is going to be up as well again, and then you can just pray a lot. Speaking of class masteries, the ones we're using here is Bastion of Light and Devout Guardian. This one here is it's so strong. It's kind of insane that they put this in. It kind of feels like the Necro one where you just get all this passive healing, but it's exactly the kind of thing you need on a build like this. So Sacred Ground's now applied while you are in your Nova, Spear Shards, Radial Sweep, Solar Barrage, stuff like that, right? And while this is active, you get healed for quite a lot every second. And if you're already full health, which happens a lot on this build because you got so much healing. So if you're already at full health and this thing ticks, you will gain 2 ultimate. And that's like part of the reason why we're gaining so much ultimate on this build and why we can pray a lot. And then the next one, while Sacred Ground is active, and you just saw it's active like all the time, right? You gain a damage shield for 6 seconds, up to once every 6 seconds. It's not very big, but it provides some health, magicka, and stamina recovery. So there comes in a little bit extra recovery for you. And if the shield breaks, you gain 10 ultimate. So again, a lot of ultimate gen on this build without really building for it. And that's why you have such an easy time firing off multiple healing ultimates, or have very, very many everlasting sweeps that you can do. So yeah, that's the skills. Let's look at the champion points. So Green Tree, as always, Gifted Rider, Warmound, Sustaining Shadows, Steed's Blessing. On the blue side, we got Fighting Finesse, Backstabber, Cleansing Revival, and Mastered Arms. If you wanted to, you could focus way more on the healing side here of this thing, but I think we have enough healing, and a little focus on the damage side goes a long way. Unless you really decide you don't want to fight, you only want to heal, then of course remove all the ones that do damage and just focus on getting more heals, right? And then on the red side, we got Boundless Vitality, Fortified, Sustained by Suffering, and Pain's Refuge. You know, again, a little bit extra sustain in here, which is needed. And with all the sustain sources that you've seen, you're actually quite well off sustain wise, even though a lot of your skills are quite expensive. And then on top of that, as I mentioned, you can do the heavy attacks to really make sure you sustain well. Fortified, of course, for the armor, because we want to be tanky boys, extra health, and then Pain's Refuge. It's going to make you very tanky once you have a lot of negative effects on you. So yeah, just fits into this build very, very nicely. And that's it. That's the passive healing Templar build. I hope you like it. Please keep in mind, this is a decent build for healing others, but it is designed to heal yourself. So if you're looking for a group healer, this is not the best setup. This is a very strong setup for yourself. Like I said, you have heals for other people too, and those are enough to keep them alive. But the main focus is you being the guy that survives. Okay, so keep that in mind. Give this a try. I really like this thing. This is very strong. It survives against pretty much anything. And yeah, let me know how it goes for you. Let me know what you think. Put it down in the comments below. Please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be back with another video soon. Take it easy. Until then, bye-bye. Really? Why? You can have the district once I'm done here. I just need you to fucking leave. I don't know. Should I just stand here and like fucking out heal him until he gets bored and leaves? So I feel like if I fight back, this is gonna go on for longer. I think he might lose. He might lose the will to fight me here if I just stand here. Oh, he's getting tired. He's getting tired. Those are rare. Yeah, I know. Mucho rare. Dude, just step off the fuck. Come on, man. Step off the fucking thing, please. Come on. Let me take this thing. You can take this fucking district back. Oh, thank goodness. Was that so hard? Ooh, look at that. Interesting. I just removed the, I just removed the fossilize. Oh, man. 3 people and a sieger. Yeah, don't come on, don't Zerg him down. That's it. Almost. Oh. That's it. Dude, I'm out of resources here. That's it. That's it. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, man. It's a lot of healing. Hello, sir. Why, brother? No one has even fucking damaged you yet, and you're already jumping off. What are you afraid of? Okay, my ultimate just fucking disappeared instantly. I don't know what does that, but this is like the third or fourth time today that this shit happens. And it's really fucking annoying. The double stun on the werewolf, it's so funny that like some people always need to exploit this fucking shit, right? Can't just not. Oh, disconnect. Zenimax? Meliodas, welcome. What's good? Nothing. Nothing's good. At least have the fucking decency to kick me out to the login screen, Zenimax, please. Bro, there's like nothing going on in Cyrodiil and I'm fucking just disconnecting.